Yesterday on Wheeler did not go that great, to be honest with you. I'm not going to make it a video. I do want to include some highlights from yesterday because there was a lot that happened yesterday, even though we didn't catch a fish. We broke one of the guides off the rods. We caught everything but a bass. But today we are going to Gunnersville and hopefully it'll turn out pretty good. I have pretty high hopes. Last time we were here, we did really well. So hopefully we can improve on that and maybe catch some good ones today. Stay tuned and we're going to head on to the lake. We are on Guntersville today. We're gonna try to see if we can catch us some bass. The grass here is crazy. If you guys have never heard of Guntersville before, it is very well known, especially for its grass. And there's some huge bass here too. So hopefully we get on them today. I have a frog tied on, especially around all this grass, a spinnerbait, a swim bait, the wacky, which I'm throwing right now, and I got the jerkbait tied on. But I'll probably change that up for something here in a little bit. But I have a very good feeling about today. There's a lot of docks down here. Now I feel like that might be the wave for today, but we'll just kind of have to see how it goes. We're gonna have to figure out what they're feeding on. Might try to throw in some Kayaks here. Last time I was here, I did really good with the wacky. And from what I was reading, they feed on bluegills a lot this time of year. This might be a pretty good bluegill imitation. Last time I was here, I was fishing very shallow. Didn't really get the chance to fish deep too much, only for like a couple hours. So I kind of want to try fishing a little bit deeper water today. But I will go up shallow too today, especially to try getting a frog bite going. It might have to be like an evening thing. I feel like everything that we got tied on is going to work pretty well today, except for the jerkbait. I'll probably have to change that up. And don't worry guys, there's plenty of grass for us to fish. So even though I'm not fishing this grass right now, it doesn't mean that I won't here in a little bit, because this whole bank that I'm fishing is pretty much like this with a mix of docks. Oh, there we go, guys. There's one. No, crap. Oh, that sucked. He wasn't that big. He's only like 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds maybe. Oh, it still sucks though. We had the net ray this time, but he just shook it. But it's not a bad sign. There might be some more over there. But he was in like maybe 4 or 5 feet of water. And we got like 5 hours or so left to fish, so we've only been here for about 20 or 30 minutes. So hopefully we find some more. I know they're here. I see them blowing up deep. I also see them blowing up like in the shallow water over here. So I know there's more, but that would have been a very good way to start the day, that's for sure. I gave it some aggressive pops whenever I was fishing it. Went like that. There we go, guys. See if we can keep this one pinned. There we go. On the Texas rig too. First one of the day on the Texas rig. It's like second or third cast with it, but not too bad. It's a green pumpkin Cinco, but that is a good fish to start off the day with. Hopefully gonna get a little bit bigger, but it was near that same spot where I just caught that one, so might be stacked up there. But we're going to send it back on his way before we get a quick photo real quick, and already off to a better start than yesterday. Thanks, little buddy. There he goes. Well guys, I don't think my camera was on, but we had another one hooked on there. We didn't have him hooked on for long, but he did feel a lot bigger than that other one. So I think we're going to stay here for a second. We're going to come back to the spot where we were hooking into him earlier. We're going to try to see if maybe there's some more here. I kind of wanted the spot to breathe a little bit before I came back here and fished. I only threw a couple casts after I caught that one. So maybe there's some more here. There we go. Got one. Okay, this one feels pretty good. Oh yeah, that was a good one. There we go. Oh, yes. Yes, that's what we're after, baby. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, that's a good bass. Oh, oh my God, guys. Look at that behemoth right there. Whoo! That's why we came here. That's a good fish. Wow. Oh, I'm shaking. On the wacky too, he's barely hooked. That's a good bass. .72. There she goes. Guys, that was nuts. Almost 4 pounds. That was that same spot that I found those earlier, so I kind of want to stick by there and see what I can do. The only thing is, I keep getting tangled up in grass. So, yep, quite a bit of grass. It's actually not as bad as it has been all day. It's been pretty rough with the grass, but the bass are loving it. They're relating to it. I think I might have just found a real good spot. We're gonna keep fishing. Might go back over there to that spot. I don't know, I definitely want to hit it up later this evening and see if they're still relating there, but I might go hit it up some more and see if there's any more big girls over there. If the wacky rig can actually sink through the grass, like if I throw it through a hole in it, that's whenever the strikes have been happening. I mean, they're liking the Texas rig too, but Texas rig seems to be getting hung up more than the wacky. I don't know why that is. I mean, maybe it's how I have the hook rigged up on the wacky. So maybe it's just coming through the grass a little bit better. I mean, it isn't exposed to it. I don't know, I'll probably go back to the Texas rig here in a little bit, but I was going through them like crazy. I'm a little hesitant on it. And if they're hitting the wacky, I'll probably still throw the wacky. I'll probably switch back and forth between the two. I might Texas rig a bigger worm and see how that does. Well, this is just a little 5-inch version. Seems to be working pretty well for me so far. So we'll see. We got a lot of docks left to explore. And who knows, there's probably some more spots along here that are pretty good. Might as well throw the wacky and see if they're out here. It seems like a lot of those fish are close to the grass over there. I mean, I've seen some out deeper than I am now, but generally a lot of these bass have been kind of more shallower. Just gonna try to see if we can keep up with the pattern, then if not, we'll just adapt. There we go. We got us one. Stay down, little buddy. I'm just gonna boat flip them. There we go. Bass number 3 of the day. Not as big as the last one, but nice little bass regardless. Would be close to a keeper. I ain't gonna measure him, but not too shabby. Hopefully we can get 2 more. And we've got about 3.5 hours left to fish, so see what can happen. Thanks, little buddy. There he goes. I've been here for maybe a couple hours. 3 fish already. Not too shabby, and I feel like that's kind of slow for here. There was a guy at the boat ramp, and he was telling me that he used to fish here quite a bit with MLF, and he was telling me how this time of year a 34-pound bag would generally be what would win it. See if I can catch some big ones today. Hopefully just my limit too. I'm not really used to fishing around a lot of grass. Pretty much whenever I come here, this is whenever I generally fish around the most grass. It's some lakes down in South Carolina and Tennessee too, but for the most part I fish like really deep lakes, so this is kind of a weird lake for me, so I'm pretty happy I've already caught 3. My pedals have been dealing with the grass today. I'm not even that close to the bank. I love coming to Gunnersville. This is what I was looking forward to the most about the trip. Even though I've almost sank a boat here, and I haven't done that many other places, I still love this lake. I love coming out here. This is why I really like coming down to Alabama. There's just so much good bass fishing down here, and I will come back to Wheeler next time and try to see if I can get a good video there. It might have just been where I launched. Oh, we had a little guy come up and grab it. That's funny. Number 4 for the day. Little guy came and hit it whenever I was over near that grass. Not too shabby. We're just gonna send him back on his way. Thanks, buddy. I really can't believe that we're having such good luck today. I know now that I said that I might not catch any fish, but we'll see. I have pretty good faith in today. I mean, really, we only need one for a limit. And if we want to get rid of that small one, then all we really need... Oh, something just hit it right there, I think. If we want to get rid of that smaller one, we can catch a little bit of a bigger one, and that'll technically be our full limit if you're counting 12 inches. But I think here on Guntersville, it's like a minimum of 15 inches. But we're just going to go with the normal 12. There we go, guys. Number 5 of the day right here. Here we go, guys. Little guy. We're going to send him on his way. This guy behind me is playing music, so I don't even know if you're going to be hearing this. I might have to do a voiceover for it, but we'll see. Thanks, little buddy. Oh, that's a good one. Woo! Ooh, there we go, guys. We'll get some weight on this guy just to see how big he is, but wow, that guy put up a good fight. But wow, that's a good fish. I am extremely happy with that. 2.5 pounder, not too shabby. We're gonna send him back on his way and hopefully get a bigger one. Thanks, buddy. There's a guy playing music, so I don't know how much of that you're gonna actually hear, but the bass are biting right now, and that's all that matters. We're just gonna keep working this bank and see what we can accomplish. I know there's some more here, definitely. The fish are just absolutely feeding right now. Like, it is nuts, guys. There's just so many good fish here. Our goal now is to catch 10. If we can catch 5 over 2 pounds, I'll be very happy. So right now, we're at 5 pounds. So if we catch 3 more decent sized ones, then we should be good. But they are eating this wacky rig up. Just hope that you guys get to hear some of the audio, but at least I got the actual footage of catching the fish. Seems like they're definitely going after bluegills, or this is just imitating a bluegill very well and they just can't resist it. This is probably one of my favorite lakes that I've fished ever. There's just so many good fish here. It's just nuts. The fishing's great here. I mean, I don't really fish grass that much, and I bet if I fish grass more, I bet I'd do a lot better on this lake. There we go. Oh, that one feels good. What are you? You a little bass? Yep, it would be a little bass. Slammed that wacky. He got hooked real weird. He was not going anywhere. Number 7 of the day. Not too bad. Still a good fish regardless. Hopefully we can catch some more before we leave, but it's a good fish. Not as good as the ones I was catching earlier, but still. Fish is a fish, and I do not discriminate based on size. I love catching them all. Thanks, little buddy. Appreciate you biting. I think we're gonna call it a day. I had a fun time. I still had a great time out here. I just want to get back before it gets too dark and I can't see all the grass. It'll take me a lot longer to get back. And these bugs are eating me up like crazy too. Caught some good fish here today, and I honestly cannot wait to come back. I am looking forward to the next time, and it'll be soon. I'll definitely try to come down here in the spring and maybe the fall again. Or I might try coming down during the summer too, whenever the grass is like in full force, because some of it's probably started dying off. I could be wrong. If you're a local, let me know. But I mean, it was a fun day regardless. So I'm glad that I got the opportunity to come out here. But I will see you guys back at my house.
It's gonna be a long drive.
I just made it back to North Carolina. I'm exhausted. It's been a very, very long couple of days, and honestly, I can't wait to get some rest. But I had a blast on the trip. Even though all that happened with Wheeler, we still had a very good day out on Gunnersville and on Chickamauga, so I'm really not too upset. If you made it this far in the video, please consider subscribing. We're on the way to 5K by the end of the year, and I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who supports the channel. It really does mean so much to me, and I'm definitely going to try to go back down to Alabama here pretty soon, probably in the spring. And every time I go to Gunnersville, I have a great time. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get some rest. I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.